Hi5 Facts presents 10 Worst Earthquakes in History. Number 10 Valdivia, Chile. When it comes to the earthquake's magnitude, the 1960 Valdivia earthquake takes the cake at 9.5, which was equivalent to a massive 178 gigatons of power. This can be comparable to 1,000 atomic bombs going off at the same time. The earthquake was not only felt in Valdivia but also reached Hawaii, at a distance of 435 miles. While only 6,000 people died in the catastrophe, it incurred more than $1 billion worth of damages. Number 9 Sumatra, Indonesia. This earthquake hit the seabed of the Indian Ocean on December 26, 2004 with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3 or over 32 gigatons, and caused a Boxing Day tsunami. This was the second highest seismic activity recorded with the longest duration of tremors. The aftereffects even reached Maldives and Thailand, with more than 5 tsunamis hitting the coastlines of the Indian Sea. It had a death toll of 100,100 to 225,000 with over $7 billion worth of rescue and damage costs during the first 8.3 to 10 minutes alone. Number 8 Tohoku, Japan. On March 11, 2011, the east coast of Tohoku in Japan was struck by a 9.03 magnitude earthquake, which was the strongest to ever hit Japan. Considered one of the top 5 largest earthquakes in the world, it caused destruction that claimed 15,878 lives, left 6,126 injured and 2,173 people missing across 20 prefectures. It also caused the collapse of 129,225 buildings, while the tsunami brought about by the quake also caused severe structural damages, fires in many areas, and damages in roads and railways. This was the most difficult crisis Japan had ever faced after World War II, as it did not only inflict damages to lives and properties, but also caused significant damages to 4 major nuclear power stations. Debris from the tsunami reached as far as Canada and Hawaii. Number 7 Sichuan, China. The Great Sichuan earthquake occurred on May 8, 2008 with a magnitude that measured 8.0 and 7.9. It was so great that it was felt in nearby countries and as far away as Beijing and Shanghai, where buildings swayed with tremors. Official figures for the damages include 69,197 deaths with 68,636 in Sichuan province, 374,176 injured and 18,222 missing. This was considered as the deadliest earthquake to hit China after the 1976 Tangshan earthquake, as it left 4.8 million to 15 million people homeless. The Chinese government is appropriating 1 trillion yuan or $146.5 billion to rebuild areas ravaged by the Great Quake. Number 6 Lisbon, Portugal. Known as the Great Lisbon Earthquake, this event occurred on November 1, 1755 in the Kingdom of Portugal. Seismologists today estimate the Lisbon earthquake in the range of 8.5 to 9.0 on the moment magnitude scale that has a deadly combination of subsequent fires and a tsunami. It totally destroyed Lisbon and its surrounding areas with an estimated death toll of between 10,000 and 100,000 people. Because of its devastating effects over large areas, this event resulted in the scientific studies of modern seismology and earthquake engineering. Number 5 Nepal earthquake between Kathmandu and the city of Pokhara. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Nepal in an area between the capital, Kathmandu, and the city of Pokhara on Saturday, April 25, 2015 with what has been described as a force equaling that of 20 thermonuclear weapons. The devastation claimed the lives of at least 5,000 people while injuring 10,000 more, with authorities warning that casualty numbers could rise. The devastating quake also destroyed major monuments such as the Derehir Tower, temples and World Heritage Sites near Kathmandu. Number 4 Kashmir, Pakistan. The October 8, 2005 Kashmir, Pakistan was visited by an earthquake with the moment magnitude of 7.6. The disaster had a death toll of 85,000 and more than 69,000 were injured. Considered to be smaller in size than the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, it affected countries and surrounding regions with 14,000 deaths in Jammu and tremors felt in Tajikistan and western China. It also cost a staggering $5.4 billion in aids from all around the world. Number 3. Younggay, Peru. This great Peruvian earthquake was an undersea earthquake that affected the regions of Ancash and La Liberated. It occurred in May 31, 1970 AD. Was recorded as the worst catastrophic natural disaster that hit Peru, which affected over 3 million people. It has a magnitude of 7.9 to 8.0 on the Richter scale with an intensity of 8 on the Mercalli scale, which lasted for 45 seconds. This caused the rock, ice, and snow avalanche on the northern wall of Mount Huascaran, burying the towns of Yungay and Ranraherca, which led to the death of 20,000 people in Yungay alone. The damages incurred tallied to 74,194 deaths, 25,600 missing, 143,331 injured, and more than 1 million homeless. The estimated economic loss was more than $500 million with the entire communication system and basic facilities destroyed. Number 2. Kanto, Japan. The Great Kanto earthquake was a magnitude 7.9 disaster that hit the Kanto Plain, a main island of Honshu in Japan on September 1, 1923. This was once considered the deadliest earthquake in the history of Japan as it caused the Great Tokyo Fire, though the duration of the quake was only between 4 and 10 minutes. However, its record was surpassed by the 2011 Tohoku earthquake at a magnitude of 9.0. The fire alone claimed the lives of 140,000 people and destroyed 447,000 houses. This does not include those who died from landslides, tsunamis, and 57 aftershocks, which had estimated deaths of 93,000 people and 43,500 missing. Number 1. Tangshan, China. This tragedy happened on July 28, 1976 in Tangshan. He killed 255,000 people, though the Chinese government first recorded its death toll at 655,000. The 8.2 magnitude or 2.2 gigaton quake only lasted for 10 seconds, but brought a lot of devastation to the area. In addition, Tangshan is a region with a very low risk for earthquakes, so the buildings were not earthquake-proof. The quake was 4 miles long and 5 miles wide, which left a total damage of 10 billion yuan or $1.3 billion.